From crystal waters that glow like liquid sapphire to mountains that pierce the clouds, our planet holds wonders that defy imagination. Today, we're counting down the 10 most breathtaking places on Earth, destinations so stunning, they'll make you question if they're even real. These aren't just beautiful spots, they're nature's masterpieces. Let's dive in. Number 10. Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia. Imagine 16 turquoise lakes connected by waterfalls, cascading through a lush forest like nature's own staircase. That's Plitvice Lakes, Croatia's liquid wonderland. The water here shifts from emerald to azure to sapphire, depending on the minerals and sunlight, creating a color palette that seems photoshopped. Wooden walkways let you wander just inches above the crystal-clear pools, where you can see straight to the bottom. Here's a wild fact. The waterfalls are constantly changing. Mosses and algae create natural limestone barriers that shift the water's flow, meaning the park literally reshapes itself every year. With over 120 bird species and brown bears roaming the forests, Plitvice is a living, breathing work of art that never stops evolving. Number 9. Sala de Uyuni, Bolivia. Welcome to the world's largest mirror, a salt flat so vast and reflective, it's used to calibrate satellites in space. Sala de Uyuni in Bolivia stretches over 4,000 square miles of pure white salt hexagons. But the real magic happens during the rainy season when a thin layer of water transforms the entire expanse into a flawless mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky above. You can't tell where Earth ends and heaven begins. It's surreal, disorienting, and absolutely mesmerizing. This otherworldly landscape sits at over 12,000 feet elevation and contains roughly 10 billion tons of salt. At sunset, the reflected clouds turn pink and gold, creating infinite beauty in every direction. It's like walking through a dream. Number 8. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, China. Ever seen Avatar? Those floating mountains were inspired by this place. Zhangjiajie is where over 3,000 sandstone pillars shoot straight up from the forest floor, some reaching over 600 feet high. These ancient monoliths are wrapped in mist most mornings, creating an ethereal landscape that's been inspiring Chinese painters for centuries. The glass-bottomed bridge here is the world's longest and highest, suspended over 1,000 feet above a canyon. But the real thrill is the Bailong elevator, a glass elevator built into the cliff face that rockets you up over 1,000 feet in less than 2 minutes. The park's pillars were formed over 300 million years ago through erosion, and today they create a labyrinth of stone skyscrapers cloaked in subtropical forest. Number 7. Pamukkale, Turkey. Picture brilliant white terraces cascading down a mountainside, filled with warm, turquoise thermal pools that look like frozen waterfalls. Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, is a geological wonder 17,000 years in the making. Calcium-rich waters flow down the slope, leaving behind white travertine deposits that form these stunning natural infinity pools. The ancient Romans built the city of Hierapolis right on top because they believed the waters had healing powers. You can still bathe in the same thermal pools where emperors once soaked, with ancient columns lying beneath the warm water. The brilliant white terraces against the blue sky create a contrast so striking, it looks like a winter wonderland in the middle of Turkey's summer heat. It's nature's most elegant optical illusion. If you're loving these incredible places and want to see more jaw-dropping destinations, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our adventures around the world. Trust me, the next 5 are even more spectacular. Number 6. Antelope Canyon, USA. Deep in the Arizona desert lies a secret carved by water and time. Antelope Canyon is a slot canyon so narrow in places you can touch both walls, yet so beautifully sculpted it looks like flowing water frozen in stone. Sunlight pierces through the narrow opening above, creating dancing light beams that illuminate the smooth, wave-like sandstone in shades of orange, red, and purple. The Navajo call it the place where water runs through rocks, and it was formed by flash floods over millions of years, polishing the rock into surreal, organic shapes. The Upper Canyon is famous for those iconic light beams that only appear when the sun is directly overhead. Photographers from around the world time their visits to capture that magical moment when nature puts on its light show in this hidden cathedral of stone. Number 5. Milford Sound, New Zealand. Rudyard Kipling called it the 8th wonder of the world, and when you see Milford Sound, you'll understand why. Towering peaks rise vertically from the dark waters, some reaching over 5,000 feet straight up. Waterfalls plunge hundreds of feet down sheer cliff faces, and after rain, temporary waterfalls appear everywhere, turning the entire fjord into a cascading wonderland. Seals bask on rocks, dolphins play in the wake of boats, and if you're lucky, you might spot penguins. The fjord stretches 9 miles inland, surrounded by rainforest so pristine it looks prehistoric. Mitre Peak, the iconic mountain here, is one of the most photographed peaks on Earth. And here's something incredible. Milford Sound receives over 20 feet of rain annually, which feeds those countless waterfalls and keeps everything impossibly green and dramatic. Number 4. Northern Lights over Iceland. Nothing prepares you for the moment the aurora borealis ignites the sky. Ribbons of green, purple, and pink light dance across the darkness like cosmic curtains blown by solar winds. Iceland is one of Earth's best stages for this celestial performance. The lights appear when charged particles from the sun collide with gases in Earth's atmosphere, creating a natural light show that's been inspiring legends for thousands of years. The Vikings thought they were reflections from the shields of warrior maidens. Against Iceland's dramatic backdrop, glaciers, waterfalls, black sand beaches, the northern lights become even more magical. The best displays happen during solar storms when the entire sky erupts in color, moving and shifting like a living thing. It's humbling, spiritual, and utterly unforgettable, a reminder that we live on a planet full of wonder. Number 3. Bora Bora, French Polynesia. Welcome to Paradise Perfected. Bora Bora is a tiny volcanic island surrounded by a lagoon so blue it seems painted, protected by a coral reef that creates the calmest, clearest water you'll ever see. The iconic overwater bungalows here started a global trend, but nowhere does it better than the original. Mount Otemanu, an extinct volcano, rises dramatically from the center of the island, creating a stunning backdrop to the turquoise waters. Below the surface, gardens of coral host thousands of tropical fish, rays, and reef sharks. The water is so clear you can see 50 feet down. Here's a romantic detail. Bora Bora has no poisonous snakes or insects, making it truly a worry-free paradise. The Tahitian name Pora Pora means firstborn, and locals believe this island was the first creation of the gods. One look, and you might just believe them. Number 2. Santorini, Greece. Perched on volcanic cliffs high above the sapphire Aegean Sea, Santorini is the Greek island that defines beauty. Whitewashed buildings with bright blue domes cascade down the caldera like a frozen waterfall of architecture. This isn't just picturesque. It's the result of one of the largest volcanic eruptions in history. Around 1600 BC, the volcano exploded, creating the dramatic cliffs and crescent shape we see today. Some believe this catastrophe inspired the legend of Atlantis. The sunsets here are legendary, painting the sky in impossible shades of orange and pink while the white buildings glow gold. The volcanic soil produces some of the world's most unique wines, and the black sand beaches are a stark contrast to the bright villages above. Every corner is Instagram gold, but the real magic is sipping wine on a terrace as the sun melts into the Mediterranean. Number 1. Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The number 1 spot goes to the largest living structure on Earth, a wonder so vast, it's visible from space. The Great Barrier Reef stretches over 1,400 miles along Australia's coast, home to 1,500 species of fish, 400 types of coral, and creatures found nowhere else on the planet. Diving here is like entering another dimension where neon-colored fish dart through coral gardens, sea turtles glide past like wise old souls, and if you're incredibly lucky, you might swim alongside manta rays or gentle whale sharks. The reef is actually made up of nearly 3,000 individual reefs and 900 islands. It's been growing for over 20 million years. Snorkeling over the shallow sections, you'll see giant clams, octopuses changing color, and coral formations that look like underwater cities. It's fragile, precious, and absolutely the most beautiful place on Earth. From salt flats that mirror the heavens to reefs that pulse with life, our planet is an endless source of wonder. These 10 places prove that reality can be more stunning than any fantasy. Which destination blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more incredible travel content. Until next time, keep exploring.